100 years ago, Fire Lord Sozin used that comet to begin the war. He and his firebending army harnessed its incredible power and dealt a deadly first strike against the other nations. Sozin's comet will return by the end of this summer, and Fire Lord Ozai will use its power to finish the war once and for all. A great danger awaits you.
I'm ready. Finally.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new Avatar: The Last Airbender Netflix video. A lot of you have been asking for updates on the series. When are they going to start casting it? When are we going to get episodes? There have been a lot of different reports about when the series is actually going to premiere, so we'll break it all down. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the Avatar: Last Airbender videos. I will be doing videos for the series and bonus videos before it premieres, because it will be a little while before we actually see episodes. There were a lot of people earlier when I announced that I was doing a new video that were confused, so if you don't know what's going on, Netflix is doing a new Avatar: The Last Airbender series. It's going to be a retelling of the original animated series on Nickelodeon. The original creators are the ones that are behind it, Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante DiMartino. They're working with Nickelodeon and in partnership with Netflix, so it's not like Netflix bought all of Avatar: The Last Airbender. They haven't made the original series available on Netflix yet, but I believe that they'll do that before they premiere the live-action series, just to get people ready in case they haven't watched it in a while. Although if you do live outside the United States, I believe there are some countries where the animated series is available on Netflix right now. The original series was half-hour animation. The new series is going to be live-action, hour-long drama. So obviously the story is going to change a little bit, but they did say that they would be expanding on the story of the original series. So the idea is that Netflix typically does 8 to 13 episodes, like the Witcher Netflix series is only going to be 8 episodes because they're spending more money per episode. Stranger Things, especially with the younger cast, like we're going to have a younger cast with the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender, typically 8 episodes. So don't be surprised if they only do 8 to 10 episodes for the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. When they say they're going deeper on the characters, that just means spending more time, more scenes, more dialogue with each of the separate Team Avatar characters, more character development, not them burning through the story faster and faster. Because the original was only 3 books long, 61 episodes. If they just did hour-long episodes and did the exact same story as the animated series, they would be done with it in 3 seasons. I know everybody's kind of worried about the Netflix curse, the supposed idea that Netflix will cancel a series after 2 or 3 seasons, no matter how good it is. But the good thing in all this is that because Disney is now setting up Disney Plus and pulling all of its content from Netflix, Netflix needs its Disney killer programming, and Avatar: The Last Airbender is just one of those type of programs. They can turn it into their own Game of Thrones if they want to spend enough money on it, which it sounds like they do. That's why it's been more than a year since they officially announced the project with this first teaser image of Appa in the synopsis of the series, and haven't given you any really meaningful, huge updates, other than to say that casting will be open pretty soon. A lot of that early development time has been figuring out how they're going to get the bending right, because it's going to have to be very special effects heavy, and nobody involved with the project and none of the fans wanted to look anything like the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. So just because they've been really quiet about it recently doesn't mean anything bad. It just means they've been trying to nail the story. They've been in the writer's room for a while now writing the scripts. The actress that played Toph in the original series gave a great interview recently after she met with them, talking about what they were saying about the new series, when casting would happen, what their plans for shooting it were, where that would all happen. This comes from the Beyond Bending podcast, so here's that clip.
People had, started sending me articles and being like, hey, are you going to be a part of this? I was like, okay, so this is a thing that's happening. So I reached out to Mike and Brian. I came to Los Angeles in May, just for a little bit, a couple days. And then I was like, hey, can I get lunch with you guys? It's been a while and just want to pick your brain. So they're much more involved with the live action, this live action. And I just wanted to hear, what their thoughts were. And they were on the fence, Nickelodeon was on the fence about partnering with Netflix. A lot of things kind of had to be arranged, and it was a bit crazy apparently, but finally got settled. They are scouting places, up in Canada for shooting, and I asked, oh, are you casting soon? Who are you casting? What's happening? And they're trying to keep it as true to kind of location in the animated series for real life. So they're focusing on different sectors of, Northern Asia and then Southeast Asia for the Earth Tribe and Fire Nation. They're trying to appropriately space. It's cool. And I was like, are you gonna cast in Los Angeles? They're like, we're trying to do a nation/worldwide search and try to make it as available as possible to anybody that wants to send in a video, an audition, whatever. And because we want to find the right people. We don't just want to find somebody's cousin who happens to know the producer or the whatever, right? They want to find people who will really represent these characters, which I thought was cool. And a lot of people have been messaging me being like, how do I send in something? They're far from that point. They'll probably cast maybe mid-fall earliest, and then start filming next spring. So there's a long timeline for things, but point is they're going to make it accessible to anyone. They'll be very public about it whenever they do start. So yeah, it's cool. They're going to be very open about it, I think, and a lot more public because they know that the movie was so that they want people to be on board for this. Yeah, so it was cool. And they're both doing well, and they're excited to be back and working on the project, and with all the CGI technology just in the last 10 years, that's gotten so much better. I mean, they're doing all sorts of stuff with various green screens and creating models and doing. I mean, it's because this world is so involved and kind of magical. 4 flippered penguins and flying things. Just a lot of detail. So that's why it's going to take a second to get started, understandably. But yeah, I'm excited for it just after talking to them because I think they want it to be as good as we do.
So basically what she's saying is that they're going to start casting really soon, either at the end of this year, early next year, and they won't start actually shooting the series till next spring, meaning that if everything goes well, they probably won't premiere till at least early 2021. There were people around the world that saw Netflix pages that they had erected for the new series that listed 2020 as the release date, and I think that was something that they put there a couple of years ago without really knowing exactly how things would go down. If you do want a chance to be cast in the new Avatar series, though, they did say that they would be going international with their casting process and they would let people submit tapes, but Brian Konietzko specifically said they would announce when that was going to start. Because typically they don't start casting characters till right before they need them, and they won't start shooting till the spring, so it's still going to be a while before you can actually have a chance to send your tape in if you really want a chance to star in the new series. She said they're mostly scouting locations to shoot the series in Canada. Vancouver and Toronto are the 2 major filming hubs for the industry with a lot of support because a lot of their scenes will have to be shot inside a studio against green screen for all the special effects or for the interiors of big buildings. When she talks about all the special effects and green screen testing that they're doing, funny coincidence, I did a video about some test footage that leaked a little while ago. There was a special effects house that was competing for a bid with Netflix to work on the new Avatar series. Some of their test footage leaked out. I did a video about it. It's still on my channel, but the producers of that project contacted me and made me change some of the video to remove some of their content. They were really pissed off about it. Jeremy Zuckerman already confirmed that he's coming back to do music for the new series. I think it'll be a version of the music from the original series just expanded because you're going from half-hour animation to hour-long drama. I've already done a video about how they're trying to bring back Dante Bosco and find a role for him in the new live-action series. Obviously, he's not going to be Zuko. He's way too old for that now, but he's not quite old enough for Uncle Iroh. Maybe he'll wind up being Cabbage Man. Maybe he'll wind up being a random person from the Fire Nation. They also just scored another big producer, reportedly, Dan Lin, who's this big super producer at Warner Brothers right now, who did the Lego Movie, the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. I know a lot of you are disappointed that people like Giancarlo Volpe and Aaron Ehasz aren't going to be involved with the new series, but both of them have talked about what Brian and Mike have shown them from the pre-production and all the development stuff. They were really happy with everything that they saw, so pretty much everybody that has got an early behind-the-scenes look at this new series has been really hyped up about it. Speaking of Aaron Ehasz, I actually just did a video recently about the planned Avatar The Last Airbender Season 4 storyline that he said he had for Azula. He detailed this big breakdown of what he was going to do with her character, so I'll link that video at the end of this. I know you still have 1,000 questions about what's going on with the new Avatar series. If there's any big bonus videos that you guys want me to do, I'll continue to do Avatar bonus videos as we get more details about the new series. Everyone click here for that new Avatar The Last Airbender Season 4 video, and click here for my brand new Rick and Morty Season 4 trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.